Okay, now if you want to increase the area, the problem by having that is because you have CLA P square, right? If you want to increase this, the problem is this. You increase that one, this one also increase because it's working on the same area. Right? When we are talking about airplane, this platform area is also the shear stress area. So if you increase the area here, you increase the area there. Right? If you increase the area here, the drag force will be bigger. So, to overcome this, you need a bigger engine. Right? Bigger engine.
Bigger power.
Yeah, you need a bigger power, you install bigger engine. If you install a bigger engine, you have a bigger drag. Bigger drag, you need a bigger power to overcome it. You install a more bigger engine. Right? Because you install a more bigger engine.
So confusing.
Yes. That's the reality of engineers. Okay? Because you keep installing the bigger and bigger, then at the end of the day, you will not fly. You're stuck there. So you need to optimize it. You need to get it just bare minimum, but make it fly. Okay? So to overcome that, of course, engineer is very smart. They provide the so-called slot. What is slot? Okay. If you see the aircraft about to take off or landing, you will see the okay, can you see it? Now, this is the original wing of 747. This is the first slot, this is second slot. So it's extension of your engine, of your wing. If you are sitting near to the windows, during the takeoff or landing, the wing will be extended. That thing is called slot. What is the importance of the slot is it provides you additional area when you need it. Why you need the additional area? Okay, remember during the takeoff, this speed is not so high because you want it to be minimum, right? So if this one is not so high, your drag is not so high also, even though you have a bigger area. Okay? After you take off, right, you build your velocity. So when this velocity increase, you don't need it to be as big as before, right? So you can reduce the area, right? While reducing the area because the velocity is increasing, so you still get the same lift force. But then at the same time, because you are reducing the area, you are reducing the drag also when the velocity increase. Okay, that's why you have the slot. Is that clear? So you increase the area only when you need it. When you do not need it, you retract it back. Clear? That's why you get this. And as far as I know, the only aircraft that has a double slot is this, Boeing 747. It's out of production now, no more.
So what about
A380 using a single slot, but the wing area is bigger. You know why it has double slot? Because at that time, when it was built, it was in 1960s. All aircraft is made of aluminum and titanium. Not many technology dealing with the polymer. But nowadays aircraft, the wing is made of polymer, so you can control the drag. So you can have it bigger, but having lesser drag. During that time, that's you have. Okay, so you need to be creative. Okay, so you know the reason. Yeah? The drag is getting bigger. Okay, now let's take a look at the angle of attack. Okay, when you see the aircraft take off, we start like this. Then what will happen if you have enough velocity? Not what, yeah. What the pilot will do is, he will pull the lever. When you pull the lever, the angle of attack will change. When the angle of attack change, you can see the higher the angle of attack, the higher the CL. Which means now you're increasing the lift force. Now you can have it flying. Right? The bigger the angle of attack, the better the lift force. So if you see the aircraft is empty or it just bring a cargo without human, usually they will take off more extreme, a bit of like that. But you know, as a human, you cannot hold it. Okay, most of us are not trained to restrict 4G or even 2G. Most of you will collapse. Right? 2G, you know 2G mean you have two gravitation. If you are now weighing 60 kilogram times 9.8, you have around what? 600 Newton, right? Roughly. If you have 2G, you will feel like your body is 120 kilogram. That one 2G, right? By doing that. If you have 3G, 180. 4G, 5G, collapse. Okay? Usually jet fighter pilot will be trained up to 6G or 7G. Okay, that's why if you see the pilot, they will put in the capsule, and those capsules will be, yeah, you see that? Oh, even pilot and astronaut, they will do that because they will have it. They need that. Okay, so that's why you see the aircraft will flow smoothly. And also the problem is if you pull it too hard and your angle of attack is more than 15 degrees here, in this case, you will lose all the lift force. This condition is called stall. Okay, if you play with the Microsoft Flight, any one of you? Microsoft Flight Simulator. Huh? Flight simulator, yes. Flight simulator or what? Plane simulator? Flight simulator. If you pull the lever too hard, you will have this, then suddenly you will lose all the lift. You will have all the drag, but you will not got the lift. So it will goes like this. Okay. So rather than going there, you will go like this. But then why jet engine can do that? Why jet fighter can do that? Remember, they have two engine or one single engine, but that one is really powerful. You do not want to install it in the airline plane. You know, if I am a Tan Sri, who is the AirAsia? I forget. Fernandez. I do not want to buy those aircraft because it burn a lot of fuel. So you just want to have it enough, right? As I told you, your jet engine just have enough power, right? The turbofan that installed there, it just has enough power. Because the bigger the engine, the bigger the drag, the bigger the fuel consumption, and you get bigger and bigger. So you just have enough. That's why you need to follow the rule. You need to do that. But jet fighter, they don't care about fuel. Can do that and do that. Okay, if you search YouTube on vertical takeoff, they can do that. If you go to this pilot academy, they have the so-called centrifugal machine. Okay, you will sit here. You will sit here, right? And then we will do this. So it's time to choose that. Of course. That's why the pilot will start with glider, right? Glider, then set side by side training fighter. Using those propeller, right? The propeller one, sit there, you enjoy the show here like that. Then they will go to the so-called advanced training jet using single engine but tandem seat. Okay, tandem seat. The trainer will be on the front, the instructor will be at the bottom, behind the rear, and both of them got the stick, same stick. Even the behind one can override the front. So when the tutor or the instructor feel that this pilot has not doing a good job, they can override. Okay, then you transition to next. So before you become a jet fighter pilot, of course, it's a long story. It costs a lot. It costs a lot. Okay, that's why if you are jet fighter pilot, you will have a bonding about 15 years before you can. Okay, so stall is highly undesirable, so you cannot have it. And then talking about the slot, this is what happened. When you have no flap, right? You have no flap. This is 1.52. This is the maximum lift force that you can have. When you have slotted flap, it is higher. When you have double slotted flap, it is higher. But as you say, why we don't have it now? See the CD, right? When you have a double slotted flap, see the CD is on this region. Huge. That's why you do not want to have it, right? You better have a clean flap. Okay, so that's the reason why we don't have it now. And also, it involves a complex mechanics. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right? So you do not want to have it. Okay, so that's a little bit about aircraft. So now, just a little bit more. If you see an aircraft wing, right? Now you know what is that, what is that, what is that. When you take off and landing, the flap will be extended. So now you know that those things that extended from your wing is called a flap or slot flap. Okay, the front one, even the front one, it can extend a little bit, provide a little bit of area. That one is called slat, S-L-A-T, slat, slat or slat? Slat is different. Okay, I don't know how to talk to that. That is beyond mine. Okay, then you have, when it landing, it will open the thing. Okay, it will open the thing. It is called the air brake. Yes, those things. This is air brake. This is providing usually more than 60% of the brake force is provided by the air brake. Okay. If you have a Bugatti Chiron, yes, it will provide 80% of the brake. Because at that speed, those Brembo cannot hold it anymore. So you need that. Okay, so the air brake is there to do that. Some aircraft has reverse thruster. What is reverse thruster? You know, when you have an aircraft like that, it can be detached and it will close like that. So rather than having a thrust to the back, it goes there. Okay.
Sir, can you repeat the Bugatti part?
Yeah.
Okay, so this one is the reverse thruster. So sometimes you see when the aircraft touch down, the engine start to that one is because providing this thruster. It is not for the engine to move faster, but to stop it. So you can imagine how much stress is working on this wing. Okay, and for the Bugatti, so yeah, this one. This is the air brake. Actually, it behaves as a spoiler to provide the downforce, and it's also the air brake to provide the braking power. At the low speed, it will be recessed. It will be stored inside. When you need it, it will pop up automatically, depending on the time, on the velocity. And if you look at it closely, under the floor, there is a tunnel. a tunnel specifically made to provide a downforce. All sports cars have it. All sports cars have it. So that's why in the sports car you see in front of the car, in the bumper, you see a hole, right?
Yeah.
Those hole is there to provide the downforce. It's not there to cool the air. Yeah, it's cooling the air also, but it provides the downforce. Okay, I will try to show you a video on it in the next class. Okay.